Happy Monday to you all. Welcome to the extravaganza, otherwise known as the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I know I did because I did nothing. Nada. Nothing. I hung out. I relaxed. Oh, did it feel good. I took like a 5-hour nap one day. I hung out. Oh, it was just such a relaxing Easter weekend. I hope you had a nice time. Dragon Ball, welcome to the program. I hope you had as nice a weekend as I did.
I had a pretty good one, I would have to say. Very, very fun, very, very relaxing.
What was fun about it?
Well, I got to spend some time with somebody important.
I didn't hang out with you. Doesn't your life revolve around hanging out with me?
It can, from Monday through Friday from about 3 to 6.
I think about you on the weekends.
What do you ask about me on the weekends for?
I wonder what Dragon Ball's doing.
Nah, nobody wonders what Dragon Ball
I did.
doing.
I actually thought, you know what, should I start texting you in the middle of the weekend? Hey, Dragon Ball, what are you doing?
I could probably tell you, like, nothing, just at home watching a plethora of really great sporting events that are taking place around the country.
I did watch USFL this weekend.
You didn't catch any of the games?
No, I did watch it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I did watch it. It was interesting. We could talk about that later during the week. I watched a lot of basketball this weekend.
Yes.
I watched a lot of basketball. I worked Friday night on the network, so I talked a lot of NBA basketball over the weekend, and then a lot about Jackie Robinson Day, which is something I think baseball does really, really well. So I did all of that, and then Saturday I locked in and I watched NBA basketball just about all weekend. So it was a great relaxing Easter weekend, Passover weekend. I hope you guys had a nice time. But we're back to work today. We're coming to you live from the studios of Wildcats Radio 1290. They're brought to you by Casino del Sol, Soul Sports, Bet Easy, Win Big, Bet Local. Casino del Sol. All right, today is the box office blitz. Bum, bum, bum. We get to give stuff away just for listening to this radio show. What are we giving away today?
Today, we will be giving away some Arizona baseball tickets.
No, not just Arizona baseball tickets. Arizona State baseball tickets, baby.
Those are some big tickets for this.
No, they're actually just normal size. They're not. Oh. We're not giving away the big ticket like the big check.
No, we're not doing the big check anymore.
Have you ever gotten a big check?
No.
Happy Gilmore style?
I wish. I don't even know if I think of a Happy Gilmore style with the big checks. I usually think of the semi-pro moment where they give the fake big check out.
No, it's Happy Gilmore. He goes, "Hey, your check will be out to you." No, what about one of those? What about that big check that he got? Well, no, I'll take one of those big checks. He puts them all in the back of his car. That's that's one of the best parts of Happy Gilmore.
I forget what is the car he is driving that he like. It almost looks like a Gremlin, doesn't it?
No, it's like a Dodge Dart.
It's something. It's
awesome. I'd love to have one of those.
You would want to drive around in that?
Oh yeah, one of those old school.
No,
what was your first car?
My first car was a Ford Escape. It was, I believe, a 2000 and
hand me down. Or did you buy it?
No, that one was a hand me down.
So my first car. I look every once in a while on eBay Motors just to see if there are any out there, because I'd love to have it back. My first car was a 1963 Plymouth Valiant. It was mint green. And you know what it had?
You mean like Plymouth as in the Rock?
Like Plymouth, the old car company. It was a 1963 Plymouth Valiant. And you know what it had, Dragon Ball? A push-button transmission.
Okay. So that was one of the first cars that had the push to start ignition?
No. A push-button transmission.
Oh, transmission, not the ignition. Okay.
So on the left-hand side, there were the buttons, and you had to push the button to put it into gear. It didn't have a stick shift.
A stick.
It didn't have the automatic transmission where you would have normally at that time they were on the column and you'd move it to the different positions. And move it around. This actually was a push button. It was cool. It had little baby fins on it. It was just old school. If I could ever find one, I'd get one in a heartbeat. Paint it, put in kicking. I did have kicking music in it. in the 80s.
Okay. This, just looking at the car itself,
Yeah.
I am looking at this and thinking that this is the car that I always see when you look at period pieces of like the old, like everyone's going to hang out at the diner and get themselves the Coke and
like
the glass.
1960s.
Yeah. This looks like it would be in this. It would not be out of place in like the greasers, like a greaser's.
No. This is like a 1960s car. This is a little more mod. This is like 1960s before everybody had long hair.
To me, this looks like T-Bird kind of like.
No. It's not that big. It's a smaller car.
Oh, no. I just mean like T-Bird is in like the group from the musical Grease. Like that's the kind of atmosphere I get from this thing.
Yeah, but it's a little bit more modern, not Art Deco, but it was pretty cool.
Did you have the elevated like station wagon back, or was it just the?
No, it was a trunk.
Okay, so you just had the trunk there.
I had the sedan.
Okay, because I'm looking at
and
the
I
different
bought it
versions
for
of it here.
$600.
That car was $600?
$600. I bought it in 1982.
Okay, that's not bad. That's a good turnover if you're getting that.
Right, and I had it all through high school, and then eventually my uncle, who was going to Long Beach State, blew up his car, so I had to give him mine, and then I ended up getting a work truck instead.
Wait, he blew his car up?
Yeah, the engine blew.
Oh, okay. I thought for a minute like it was like a Die Hard movie.
No. So my mom and dad made me give him my car, and then he drove that thing into the ground until the engine blew up. I'm still mad at him about that. He's just a couple years older than I am. I don't know why we're talking about this.
Was he just the guy that did a lot of traveling? Or just that he liked to drive? Like he was a big Sunday
I have no
driver?
idea. No, I have no idea how he ruined it. But I'd love to get my hands on that car, man. My dad once had my dad's car that he had was a Dodge Polara muscle car.
Oh, okay.
Like big V8. And he found one just like his. And he left a note, hey, listen, if you ever want to get rid of this car, call me. Guy never called. And then probably 10 months later, he's looking in the camera ads, the free newspapers with all the cars for sale. And he found it. He found one in there and he called and he goes, yeah. And he ended up buying the car. And as he was cleaning out the car, he looked in the glove box and he found his note that he had left 10 months earlier on a random car. It was the same car.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, but he bought back his high school car.
But he had no idea about that.
That it was the same car. Yeah, same car. Anyway.
That's some beyond belief factor fiction kind of storytelling going on right there.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know how we got down this rabbit hole, but let me make sure I straighten everything out. I think it was Happy Gilmore is where you took me down this. But maybe we ask everybody who calls in today, what was your first car?
It's a conversation.
We could, you know what, if you want to, 520-848-1290. It's me and my friends hanging out with you here today on Wildcats Radio 1290. Why can't I just let you talk about your first car? 520-848-1290. Yours was a Ford Escape.
Mine was a Ford Escape.
Was it a chick magnet?
No, the Green Hornet was not a chick magnet.
Yeah, probably not. My mint green, I went on a couple dates in it. It wasn't a chick car. It wasn't like the guy driving a Trans Am.
No.
Like a Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am back in the day. Probably didn't help me meet chicks. I've never had a chick magnet car.
I don't know if, I can't think of any
Porsche, Corvette.
I've never thought that those cars were as hyped up as they were made to be. Like I've always just like, give me a car that has four wheels that can get me where I need to be, good gas mileage, I'm good to go.
Even as a kid.
I didn't. I just thought it was like,
It's gonna bang my head against the wall. Yes, if you had like this, if you had a cool 4x4 truck, that's a chick magnet.
The only car I ever thought was cool was Knight Rider, and that's because the car could talk. Kit was awesome.
Okay, just turn your mic off. Just stop. Let me get back because you're just gonna take me down this rabbit hole. You've never like. And I know I shouldn't ask you this question, but I will anyway.
Rabbit hole yourself there.
I know, but you just keep sucking me into the abyss. If you won the lottery, what car would you drive? What car would you go get?
I would pay off the rest of my car that I have right now.
And then what would you get?
I would save the money.
I don't even know how to respond to that. If I won the lottery, I would go get me a big, old 4x4 truck, and then I would go get me a Lincoln Continental with suicide doors. Those would be the two vehicles I would go get. I would get the biggest 4x4 truck, like a big Chevy or a big Ford that gets like 3 miles a gallon in gas because I won the lottery. Who cares? And then I'd go get me, for my car, my dream car, Lincoln Continental suicide doors convertible. That would be awesome. Dragon Ball. I'd like to have a car with 4 wheels, and I'd like to pay it off. You won the lottery. You just won millions of dollars. Go blow it on something.
Nah.
Jerry, line 1. Help me out here. I need to talk to somebody sane. Welcome. Bear down, you're on Wildcats Radio 1290. Can you believe him? He wins the lottery, and he goes, I'm just going to pay my car off. I don't have a dream car.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that it's just transportation to them. The others, it's an emotional attachment.
Yes. Is yours an emotional attachment?
Yes.
Okay. First car.
First car, 1974 Mustang II.
Oh, I remember the little Ford Mustang IIs, right?
Yes, and that's when they were popular. They sold almost 500,000 of those first year.
Right. One of my friends in high school had one. His car was much cooler than mine. We drive in his more than we drive in mine.
Well, I'm a little older than you in Dragon Ball. It was awesome.
All right, tell me why that. Tell me why you're emotionally attached to that. Maybe we could teach Dragon Ball something.
Okay, I was about to graduate high school, like 6 months before.
Right.
And my dad came and said, "You need a car to go to the U of A."
Okay.
And we looked all over town for Mustangs, like the pony cars, the 60s era.
Yes.
Couldn't find anything. And so he bought me a 3-month-old Mustang II. And I didn't ask for a car. I didn't do any of that. It's just that's what my dad did. He saw one of the kids needed something. He just bought it.
That is awesome. How long did you hang on to it?
I drove it for 5 years until 1978 when I bought my very own pickup truck, which I still have today.
Wow. So, how much would you love to get that Mustang II back?
I do search for it, like you do.
Yes, see? Dragon Ball, can you understand the emotional attachment we have to our vehicles?
I understand it. I just don't personally have one myself.
Oh, I don't. You know what, Jerry? I don't think he's got a heart. I don't think he has a soul. I question.
Well,
I question. You could be the Tin Man, the man without a heart. Every red-blooded American male has an attachment to their first car, no matter what.
Mine just broke apart. I don't know what to tell you.
I think we need to have a talk with you, or we might need to get you a heart transplant.
I'll get in line.
Well,
anyway, Jerry,
yeah,
thank you. I appreciate that.
Sure, you're welcome.
All right, take care. Did you hear the passion in his voice?
No, and I give a lot of credit to Jerry for sharing that story with us. We always appreciate that. But for me, I just don't have one of those kinds of vehicles. I
get that. But if you could have an emotional attachment to one, what would it be? You're like a cyborg. You're like an alien. You're like a robot.
I mean, probably.
We should change your name from Dragon Ball to Robot Boy or something.
There are androids in Dragon Ball.
I think I know what kind of android you are now, one without a heart. How about a Transformer? Would you get excited about a Transformer?
I would, up until the point where the natural drama surrounding Transformers arrives at my front door.
So when you're the Wickies and Bumblebee's friends come to see you, you would be Optimus Prime rolls in and destroys the house. You'd be upset.
Yeah, that's the point where I'm like, okay, please no. Just take what you got to take and get out of here, please.
All right, we're going to talk a lot. Big story of the day, Christian Coloco. Now that Dragon Ball completely drug us down a rabbit hole, Christian Coloco is declared for the NBA draft. We're going to talk a lot about that on the program today. Is he making the right decision? Is he making the wrong decision? We'll ask you. Today's program is also brought to you in part by Trajan Wealth. Their number, 321-4100, 321-4100, or go to TrajanWealth.com, TRAJAN Wealth.com. All right, we're going to talk about it. What happens when you get a windfall? Somebody like me, I'm going to walk around wasting my money. Woo, I'm going to go buy a car. I'm going to go buy this. I'm going to go buy that. Somebody like Dragon Ball is going to just put his money in his mattress. Okay, there's upsides and downsides to both. I personally would go waste my money and just spend it frivolously. Dragon Ball would not have any fun with it. But you know what we both would need? Someone to help us manage our money. And it doesn't matter how much or how little you have. You do have to pay attention how you manage your money. And it's not something that we're very good at because people get emotional. Someone like me, woohoo, let me go get that Lincoln Continental suicide door that I can't afford. Someone like Dragon Ball, well, let me hold on to my money and not grow it. You need help. That's why there's professionals. That's why there's fiduciaries. A fiduciary is someone who's paid and incentivized to simply grow your portfolio. They give you an advisory fee, which is a low annual percentage set up front with you, the client. And then they grow your money. They reach your goals. You tell them, here's what I want to do. Okay, great. Let me help you reach those goals. That's what they do at Trajan Wealth. So you've worked really, really hard to earn that money. Put it aside. It's time to make your money work for you. You worked hard for it. Make it work for you. Call my friends at Trajan Wealth, 321-4100, 321-4100, or go to TrajanWealth.com to find out more. They're right here in Tucson. You meet them face-to-face. You're not calling an 800 number in Ottumwa, Iowa, and talk to a different person. No, you have someone who's there working on your behalf. Trajan Wealth, Trajan Wealth.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Christian Coloco, is he making the good choice? Is he making a bad choice? We'll talk about that next here on Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show, now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Matherin between the rings, over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell, high screen from Coloco, Creasa around it, drives right, throw it for Coloco, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Coloco, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Coloco, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Coloco. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. It is good. Backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Coloco, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Coloco, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Coloco. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments for the University of Arizona Wildcats?
Fourth down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Oh, did they need that? My goodness. Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the field. ASU with the ball. Down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like what, driving down that was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's
We're tied.
A huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berrios. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back to throw. Has some time. Steps up in the pocket. The Wildcats have got him for a safety. Second safety Arizona has recorded this season. It's a 24-12 ball game, and the Cats will get the ball.
That's big
Really
time.
on the field as a safety.
Yes. That's big time by Arizona. That time defense did a great job of just closing the pocket from the inside, and then the pressure on the outside by Hebert, they just got him. They just got there. They won their blocks that time. Excellent job by Arizona defense and really changing the momentum of this game.
Be important if I turned on my microphone. It's a Rich Rare radio show here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Coming up this hour, we're going to give away a pair of tickets. This is where we started going down the rabbit hole thanks to Dragon Ball. And you can watch them on the Dragon Ball cam on YouTube, Facebook at Wildcats 1290.
Yes,
Did you just do a cheesy salute?
I just did a cheesy salute to those who are watching us live.
Well, this is the 39th best local streaming show. There's a third grade class that has a webcam on an ant farm that is ranked right above us.
It's an ant farm now.
No, because we jumped up from 40 to 39, so they're 38.
Oh, okay.
So number 38 of the best streaming shows, webcams are, I can't remember what the name of the classroom, but they're third graders, and they have a webcam on an ant farm. And they're ranked right above us.
Now, do we know what kind of ants they are? Are they like the fire ants?
No, I'm not giving them any support. I'm trying to overtake them. I'm trying to crush the third graders.
I thought that was my giving that I didn't like kids.
You don't like kids?
No, I remember last week I was talking some trash about kids for some reason or another. I don't remember exactly what it was.
I don't pay attention to half the stuff you say.
And neither do I, apparently.
All right, so coming up this hour of the program, on the Box Office Blitz, every Monday we give stuff away just to remind you to come back to listen to us here on 1290. So we'll give you stuff just to listen to this program. The Box Office Blitz today, your chance to win 2 tickets to see Arizona State this Friday, April 22nd. Game starts at 6 o'clock. You'll win a pair of tickets today to that game. And when you hear the sounder, call in. And if you are caller number 10 today, Dragon Ball is going to award you those tickets. But this happens today. We'll do it once this hour, once next hour, and once the third hour. 3 chances to win here on 1290. Call number 10, right, Dragon Ball?
Should be calling number 10.
Okay. Just want to make sure. All right, here's the big story of the day. Christian Coloco has declared for the NBA draft. It's a foregone conclusion, along with Ben Mather. This is a little bit different than him sticking his toe in the water saying, hey, should I try? Let me get an assessment of where I should go. Let me just kind of see what's out there. Now he's committed. He's going. He's going to be going into the NBA draft. He'll get drafted. Let me just put it to you this way: he will get drafted. Where he gets drafted, we don't know just quite yet. So instantly, I just want to get reaction from this morning. The announcement, he put it out on Instagram, and I guess that's the way everybody makes an announcement. Is that the way you announce things, Dragon Ball?
No, typically I'll just go out to my driveway. I'll just say it to whoever's in earshot, and that'll be the end of it.
And declare it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, apparently now everybody has to declare everything on Instagram. And he put out a graphic today thanking everybody at the University of Arizona, thanking both Sean Miller and Tommy Lloyd, and he's going to take his game on to the next level in the NBA. So I want to get instant reaction, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290, from the people at Tucson that have watched this young man play here for 3 seasons and watched him grow. Good idea, bad idea, Christian Coloco going into the NBA draft. You've seen him. You saw his game. You saw how much he's grown, but then you've also seen where a DeAndre Ayton is, or some of the other Arizona Wildcats that are now in the league. Good idea, bad idea for Christian Coloco to jump into the draft. Number for you to join us, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290, the number for you to join us. Here's what I think. I think it was behooved upon him to make himself available for the feedback. I think it's behooved upon him to make himself available to see, just to get the idea of, all right, if I go into the NBA draft, here's what's out there for me. Here's where I am in my game. And then have, your mic's on, Dragon Ball. Wait a minute, I gotta tell Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball, sorry. See, if you were watching us on YouTube, who are you apologizing to, me or the audience? He's in there answering phones. So if you're watching on the Dragon Ball cam, you can actually see what he's doing. Anyway, before he rudely interrupted me, I'm just teasing you today. I'm not in a bad mood. Now he's not paying attention to me. That's okay. I think he owed it to himself to see what's out there for him. I think it would be foolish not to. If someone's going to offer you $1 million, absolutely you take it, because I've said this before. Like with Ben Mathurin and for Christian Coloco, you never know if you never know if somebody's going to offer you $1 million somewhere else. So if somebody offers you $1 million for the first time, take it, because who knows whether you'll ever have that opportunity once again. Whether you get hurt, whether you fall in disfavor, whether your game falls apart, there's one shot at grabbing that brass ring. You never know when that brass ring is going to come by again. So I think it was behooved upon him to put his name out there and his feelers to see what the NBA had in store for him, what his evaluation was going to be, what the league thought of him. I think that's something that he had to do. Now, with that being said, is he making the right choice? He's not going to be a lottery pick. I think everybody agrees in that. If you're a lottery pick, and we'll play a soundbite from Reggie Gary we had last week. If you're a lottery pick, you're going to get a 3-year contract. You have 3 years to make your way into the NBA. If you're a first-round pick, you're going to get 2 years to try to do it. If you're a second-round pick, you got 1 year. And if you're a low second-round pick, you're going to be on one of those two-way contracts where you're going to be getting half the value of an NBA contract, and you're going to be going back and forth between the G League and the NBA. Christian Coloco is projected anywhere from a late first-rounder to an early second-rounder. You're not going to get that 3 years. If he's a late first-rounder, he's going to get 2 years to show that he can make it in the league. And by the way, the sample size to show whether you belong in the league or not has gotten so small even as a first rounder, you could find yourself bounced out of the league in a year and a half, 2 years. So Christian Coloco is now going to make that next big step, and he's going to face, this is now professional basketball. This is now the paralysis of analysis. This is now where I'm going to go out of my way to find everything possibly I could hate about your game. And this is no longer about what your potential is, but this is straight up what your productivity in the league will be. Do you agree, disagree with him going into the NBA? Basically, Tucson, you've seen him play. Do you think he's ready to make that next move? 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290, the number for you to join us. I know he's going to get drafted, but boy, I'd feel much better if I knew that he was going to be a first-round draft pick, maybe a mid right behind the lottery. But sitting there on the cusp of the second round versus the first round, that scares me a little bit. I'd become more comfortable if everybody projected him to be a mid to late first rounder instead of a late first rounder to a possible second rounder. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Let's grab some telephone calls. Alfonso, line 1. Good afternoon. You're on Wildcats Radio 1290. Bear down. How are you?
Hey, Rich, I'm doing awesome, and bear down. Hey, it was a pleasure to watch Christian Coloco, and I really wish him the best. But I just can't think, wow, there's so much similarities between him and the situation of Nico Mannion. Nico Mannion had so much talk and buzz around him, and if you remember, many people were saying he's going to go in the top 10, and he fell to the second round. Now, I'm sure he's making good money. I think he's playing overseas. He's making more money than us. But it's not generational money where you could do in the NBA. So I'm thinking Christian Coloco, I wish he would have thought of it a little bit more, because it's just more than college players in the U.S. You know, there's folks in Europe and
all the Euros that go in there as well will knocked out. When it was just the traditional college kids coming out, that's one thing. But now you're going to get European players. You're going to get G League players that are also in the mix over there, and it does affect where you go. And if you look through the NBA drafts, there's plenty of European players that kind of knock some of the college players that we know and we see down a few steps. And if there's enough European players that come out, maybe it does knock him down into the second round.
You know, exactly. And what you had mentioned earlier is like, hey, if you have an opportunity to make $1 million, yeah, go for it. But, man, it's just he's at that cusp. And, you know, once you get into the second round, it gets kind of iffy. And like I said, you know, I'm sure you can play overseas and make good money, you know, a couple $100,000 a year. But that generational wealth, wow, I just wish he just would have thought a little bit more about it. But, hey, Rich, that's all I have to say. And
hey, wait a minute, Alfonso. I'm going to ask everybody that calls into the program. Are you there?
Yeah, I am.
All right. What was your first car?
A Ford Escort.
Oh, what did you have, Dragon Ball?
Mine was a Ford Escape.
Okay, well, his is cooler than yours then.
No.
Do you have an emotional connection to that car?
Yes, I do. In fact, later on, you know, I've worked hard and sacrificed. I got a luxury vehicle, but yeah, I still do.
See, I like that. Alfonso, thank you very much for helping restore my faith in mankind, because this cyborg I'm working over here doesn't have an emotional connection to his first car that gave him some freedom where he can go around town doing whatever he wants.
Well, maybe he's spending a little too much time with Phoenix. You know, that area over there does
I know.
Well,
see what happens.
I was a Marana kid, though, so I think it was a little bit more. There wasn't much to go out.
Maybe it was all the dust out in Marana. There you go. Alfonso, thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it. Talk to you later.
Hey, bear down.
Bear down. 520-848-1290. In fact, you know what? Let's make somebody happy right now, shall we? What time is it, Dragon Ball?
I think it's time to give something away.
No, it's time
to open up the box office.
There you go. You know, the best part of this is, folks, and we've been telling you, you can now watch the show on YouTube at Wildcats 1290. You can watch it on Facebook Live at Wildcats 1290. And you can also watch it on our website, wildcatsradio1290.com. The best part is when we play these things, Dragon Ball actually acts out each of those scenes. So they go, you could go to concerts, and there's a guitar riff. He actually plays an air guitar on the Dragon Ball cam. So if you want to check that out, it's well worth the price of admission to watch the Dragon Ball cam on our website, wildcatsradio1290.com. We'll take caller number 10 right now, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Caller number 10 right now. Box Office Blitz, 2 tickets to Arizona versus Arizona State coming up on Friday, April 22nd. Cats hosting the Arizona State Sun Devils Friday, Saturday, Sunday, High Corbett Field. Your chance to win tickets right now, 520-848-1290. Don't forget, you can always get tickets to every Wildcat event by going to ArizonaWildcats.com or call 621-CATS for tickets for this weekend. All right, caller 10 right now, 520-848-1290. We'll continue with you. I'm Rich Herrera. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for 2. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the 3, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
4th down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step to handoff. It is good. Backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the 3, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments for the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his 3rd foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down that was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Coloco screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Coloco, feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline, circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot, 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away, good!
That's
We're tied.
Huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berrios. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball, he underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back to throw. Has some time. Steps up in the pocket. The Wildcats have got him for a safety. To the lane, kick it down to Kyer, circles around baseline, into the paint, throw it up, bounce off, no good. Coloco with the rebound, slam it home. Coloco cleaning it up. 13 second-half points for CeeLo.
Rich Herrera Radio Show rolls on here at Wildcats Radio 1290. Rich Herrera along with the Dragon Ball. Number for you to appear on the program, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. News broke earlier this morning. Christian Coloco has decided to declare and enter the draft. He will get drafted. Chances of him coming back to Tucson to play another year at the University of Arizona are slim to none. I think he's made the commitment. He's ready to go. He's going to get drafted. And it used to be just enough. It used to be just enough to get drafted. Oh, man, we're going to work so hard to get to the league. We're going to get drafted. That's kind of what it used to be. But it's a lot more complicated now to not only get into the league, but to survive in the league and to survive in professional basketball. One of the reasons why, and let's be very candid, it has become an international game. The talent pool of players has gotten much bigger for the National Basketball Association as they have taken this game global. You look at the NBA playoffs. You look at the NBA playoffs, and you see so many European players that didn't go to college in the States that are now thriving in the National Basketball Association. Now, it sounds odd saying that because the University of Arizona over the last year has become very international with players from all over the world. Christian Coloco is from Cameroon. Umar Ballo's from Mali. You have the Tabelis brothers from Lithuania. You have Kirk Carissa from Estonia. Ben Matherin came here by way of Canada. You have Adama Ball from France. You have Pelle Larsson from Sweden. So many international players on this team. And as the game has grown internationally, the talent pool has grown, which makes it harder to get to the league and to stay in the league. So if you're Christian Coloco, you saw him play this season, projected to be a late first-round draft pick. And again, I'm going to tell you this. This is advice that a professional athlete once gave to another person that I know. And he said, listen, you never know when somebody's going to offer you your next $1 million. So when they offer you $1 million, you take it because there's no guarantee you're ever going to get that offer again. Christian Coloco could fall down and twist an ankle and never be able to play after some time. Something can happen. There's just no guarantees in life. So if he has an opportunity to get drafted in the first round and make $1 million, you'd be foolish not to take it. You'd be foolish not to go. And if everybody that ever aspired to play in the National Basketball Association got that close, of course you're going to take it. Of course you're going to go. Now, Is his path to the NBA going to be as easy as Ben Matherin's, who's projected to be, I think I saw him number 6 or 8 going to the Sacramento Kings?
There was a couple of them that were having him going to the Kings. I'm seeing a lot of people putting him in a they're putting him in a position to maybe go to the Pacers.
In what number?
I believe that was listed at like number 11, if I'm not mistaken. Like
Boy,
a 10 or 11.
Where would I rather go? The Pacers or the dumpster fire at the Kings?
Well, again, you're going to Indiana or Sacramento, so those are two very different styles of city that you're dealing with.
I mean, no, I'm just talking about playing in the league. I mean, the Sacramento Kings are a dumpster fire. The Sacramento Kings are just an absolute dumpster fire upon a garbage dump. I worked in Sacramento for a little bit. I would fill in for Grant Napier doing his talk show on game nights in Sacramento. That team is just it's bad. So I hope Ben. Listen, if he goes 8, he makes more money. That's great. But boy, that's the other part. When you go into the lottery, chances are you're going to go to a team that's a dumpster fire for a reason. But he is a lottery pick. He'll get 3 years. He has 3 years to stick in the National Basketball Association. If you're not a lottery pick, you've got 2 years. If you're a second-round pick, you probably have 1. And if you fall further than that, you're on a 2-way contract, so you don't even get that full year in the league. Is he making the right choice by jumping into the league as a low 1, high 2, or would he have a better shot in improving his draft status if he had come back one more year to the University of Arizona? Listen, he's in that gray area right now that good for him. Go. This is your life dream. Go make your dreams come true. I'm never, ever, ever going to stand in the way of anybody wanting to make their dreams come true. Support him 100%, and wherever he goes, we're going to root for him, right? But on the other hand of that, boy, you've got one shot to make it into the league, and if you don't make it, you could be relegated to playing in Europe. Now, that's not a bad thing. That's a heck of a way to make a living, playing professional basketball. Professional basketball. Any of us would give our IT to be a professional athlete. But if your dream is playing in the NBA, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Number for you to join us, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. The number for you to appear on the program. Just interested. Your thoughts. Good for him, and I'm just going to hope and pray and cross my fingers and have a horseshoe and a 4-leaf clover or anything else that brings him luck that he gets to be a first-round draft pick. If he gets to be a late first-round draft pick, he's 7 foot, can block shots. He's got great footwork. He could do things in the league. And that's the tough part because all we're going to hear from now on is what he can't do because that's what happens. Once you get to this point, now it's not about, you feel good about the player. No, now it's about being a professional, and everybody's going to critique you, break you down, and it's going to just try to come up with 20 million reasons why you can't make it. Can he create his own shot? Can he play face-up? How good of a defender is he? Is he a real rim protector, 7 foot? What can he do? Does he have a shot from the outside? How good of a free throw shooter is? Anything they could possibly parse, misconstrue, analyze, and have the paralysis of analysis will now be thrown his way. And it's so funny. I talk to guys that have gone through the draft for years in all the sports. Your entire time leading up to this as an amateur, everybody's telling you how great you are. Everybody's telling you how awesome you are. Everybody's telling you about that you're the greatest thing in the whole wide world, and all you get is nothing but support. And then when you get to that next level, bam, all you get is everybody just completely dissing you and telling you what you can't do. It's really tough. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. By the way, a sweet deal coming up for you on Friday from Moby's inside Casino del Sol. Moby's is that all-American food and fun at Moby's. It's a classic beach-themed diner serving up great food, harkens you back to a simpler time and place. It's open all the time. Classic burgers, breakfast, sandwiches, salads, desserts. Blue plate specials, frosty shakes. It's always open. How about this? We're going to get you a $50 gift certificate for just $25. $50 gift certificate for just $25. It's available Friday morning, 8:30 a.m., WildcatsRadio1290.com. It's our sweet deal. $50 gift certificate for just $25 for Moby's classic American beach-themed diner inside Casino del Sol. It goes live on sale 8:30 a.m. at WildcatsRadio1290.com on Friday. Let me go to TJ on line 1. TJ, welcome. Bear down. You're on Wildcats Radio 1290. How are you?
Bear down, Rich. Thank you for taking my call. I love your show. I'm a frequent listener, and I wanted to call in because I was also curious. I just read on 247 Sports, I read the article today about Koloko declaring. I wanted to ask, because I do think he could use one more year to just polish up a few things. So what would it take for either us as the fans or his teammates or the coaches, Coach Lloyd, to convince him to, drop out of the draft? Or I mean, as long as you don't sign an agent, do you get to maybe potentially come back, or is he toast once he declares for the NBA?
No. You have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to put your toe in the water, declare, make yourself eligible. Then you'll get feedback from the league, and then there's a deadline that's coming up, and then that's when it's fish or cut bait. But let me ask you this: I don't think you're going to see Coach Lloyd try to convince him, because if Coach Lloyd was to convince him, he'd be convincing him for selfish reasons. Hey, we want you back. We need you to win a national championship. Because these young men are coming here looking for that opportunity to go to the next level, to play in the NBA. So that's ultimately their goal. The championships are great, but they're looking for that opportunity. Just like everybody else who graduates from the University of Arizona is looking for an opportunity to have a professional career. The only thing, and I think he's fully committed, because he's going to get drafted. Tommy Lloyd said he's going to get drafted. Where he gets drafted, we don't know. But I think the only thing that could push him back to Tucson, and I really doubt this is going to happen, if the feedback he gets from the NBA folks to say, you're not ready, you're not going to get drafted. But everywhere you look, most of the draft experts perceive him as a low first round, high second round, which means he's going to get taken within the first 2 rounds of the draft. It's hard to tell him, don't take your opportunity, don't go. For me, as someone who roots for him, and I like the kid a lot. I think he's a special young man. I'm hoping he gets an opportunity to be a low first rounder. I don't know if he's going to climb enough to be a mid first rounder. Low first rounder, he gets a 2-year contract and an opportunity to stick in the league.
Exactly, and then that gives him the 2 years to work on maybe those things we wish he would have worked on while he was here. But
anyway, think about how much he's grown since he's gotten here. Remember that it's funny, they show the pictures of him with the glasses and he was so skinny. I mean, he's developed quite a bit. Is he developed into a lottery pick? No, but here's the big question, TJ: if he comes back, does he improve to a lottery pick, or does he stay at a low to mid first rounder?
Right, and I remember the Miles Simon. I'm sure you remember the Miles Simon story, just like we all did. MVP of the Final Four, national championship, a junior. He probably would have been a lottery pick, and he stuck around, and boom, lost his opportunity, and the window passed him. I get that. Yeah, I understand that. I guess I'm kind of being selfish. So can I ask you one more quick question?
Sure.
And I'll let you go and listen. My question is this: does Tommy have some more bigs maybe he's recruiting or possibly coming on board that could fill in for Christian's absence, and maybe Omar developing a little further and Zoo developing a little further?
Right. Well, you have Umar. You have Umar right now, right? So I have another 7-footer that I'm going to backfill with. So if I'm looking at it, and listen, we're Arizona Wildcat fans. That's the way we're going to look at it. You've got Umar right now to backfill. It's we're going to talk about this coming up in the program, TJ. college basketball's changed. And I'm not sure if it's changed for the better or for the worse, because the continuity is not going to be there as we've known it before, because kids could jump into the transfer portal and have opportunities to go to different places. So if you're Tommy Lloyd right now, you know what? You got a pretty good team, because I'm still going to roll out Umar Ballo. I got Pella Larson. I've got Tubelis. I've got Kirk Carissa. I think we'll have Dalen Terry back. We're waiting to see whether he's going to declare or not. But if I have that, that's still a pretty solid team. I know I'm going to get some kids that are going to jump in the portal that are going to want to come play for Tommy Lloyd, plus whatever I recruit. That's why it's interesting. Tommy Lloyd's not throwing out college scholarships to everybody and their brother. They're being very, very tactical on who they offer. And don't be surprised if we see more Euros come in here with opportunities to play as well. So I think Tommy's got a couple of aces up his sleeve, but he's going to have to hustle and work to reconfigure this roster into what he wants it to be.
Right. Absolutely.
All right. Hey, by the way, TJ, can I ask you a question? TJ, hold on. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
First car, what was it?
Yes, sir. First car?
Yes, sir.
A Volkswagen VW Rabbit, 1981 Rabbit convertible with the forest green and the tan top. Forest green tan top.
All right. So how much of an emotional attachment did you have to that car? How much did you love that car?
Oh, yeah. I brought it to the U of A in 1985, and I drove it until the wheels just about fell off. So, yeah, I loved it. When I parted with it, it was bittersweet, but yeah, I pretty much love that car.
Dude, you were a baller. You were a baller driving around Tucson in a convertible like that, right?
Yeah. Well, I felt like it anyway, sir. Felt like it. All my fraternity brothers, I joined SAE back when I came to campus, and anyway, all of them were like, "Can we borrow your car to take our date out?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
Hey, listen, is a pledge you just got to do everything they ask of you, right?
Exactly.
TJ, thank you for the call. Bear down, man. I appreciate it.
You bet. God bless you, sir. You bet. Take care.
Thank you, TJ. I love TJ. He was an SAE. I still love him. I wasn't an SAE. I love that story of his car, dude.
I mean, and again, like you said, as a pledge, you kind of had to do whatever it is you had to do.
Thank you, sir. May I have another? We'll continue with you. Coming up, I got another pair of tickets to give away, Arizona State. We'll talk more about Christian Coloco. And then I want to get into the U of A. This is going to be tough for Tommy to manage this roster. I'll give you more details coming up. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Matherin between the rings. Over for Carissa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Coloco. Carissa around it, drives right. Throw it for Coloco, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Coloco, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Coloco, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Coloco. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down, and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step to handoff. It is good. Backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Coloco, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Coloco, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. for Bernard. Goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins. Throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three. Blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it. It's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way. Out to Tabellas. Down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The Locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments for the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Oh, did they need that? My goodness. Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball. Down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his 3rd foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like what, driving down that was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's
We're tied.
Huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center.
Rich Herrera with you along with the Dragon Ball. Hello, Dragon Ball.
Hello there, Rich.
I'm looking at you on the Dragon Ball cam.
Is it looking good today?
I could see your face.
Okay, that's good. At the very least, I was like, again, I still concerned about the oversaturation of light.
Well, I see you're wearing makeup today. That's nice.
A little touch up here and there.
Just a little powder.
Touch up.
You're a little shiny.
I mean, my head's always shiny. That's the problem.
All right. Number for you to join us on the program, 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290. The number for you to join us. I was just telling Dragon Ball during the break. So if you watch our webcam, you can see all the behind the scenes. I just got a call. I just got a text message, Dragon Ball, from the network saying, hey, can you jump in and fill in for JR tonight on the JR Sports Brief show, which comes on right after us? Like, ooh, I don't know if I could do 2. I've done 2 shows in a day. I said, I'll run home because I have to do it from my home studio.
Right. And like you said, JR's show comes on.
We're done at 6. His starts at 7. It takes me 20 minutes to race back to Oro Valley. And then I'll have to pull a rabbit out of my hat for the next 4 hours. So I'm going to wait and see what they say. I said, if you're in a pinch and there's nobody else, I will jump in and help.
Well, I mean, at least you would have a lot of sports going on. Like, at least they're not doing that on the day after the MLB All-Star game where it's like there's no sports to talk about. So, like, because by the time you get home, that'll be like most of the NBA playoff games will either have just gotten started or will just be like the first game should be finishing up at that point.
Right.
So you'll have something maybe, but
yeah. What is the playoff schedule tonight?
Well, the playoff schedule tonight, it's going to be the first game is going to tip off at 4:30 our time. I believe that's the Raptors and the Sixers. They're going to have their game 2, and then the second game will be Golden State and Denver.
Ooh.
And then the final game of the day.
First game is Raptors Sixers. Then Jazz and Mavericks.
Jazz and Mavericks is the second game. That's right.
And then Warriors Nuggets is at 7.
That's right, because I forget that the Utah Dallas game is on that bizarre one that's only on NBA TV.
Oh yeah, that makes you demand, I want my NBA TV.
I mean, it's similar to what happened now with I think it NFL Sunday Ticket now is only on Apple TV now. So you have to get.
Is it?
Yeah, I think they just confirmed the deal where you have to get the monthly subscription to Apple TV.
I have that.
To get.
Well, thank
NFL
goodness, because
Sunday
there's nothing I
Ticket.
want to watch. There's nothing good on Apple TV.
There's no good original content.
Nothing I want to see. It's all kind of bougie.
That's all bougie. I figured if that's the case, that'd be your subscription choice.
No. I watch more YouTube than anything else.
Right.
Netflix,
YouTube.
I don't know. I've been on a binge watching old World War II black and white movies like John Wayne.
Oh, okay,
I
gotcha.
know, I'm such a nerd. Number for you to join us on the program, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Here, talk for just a second.
I'm trying to think, because it's like the NBA TV. You've got Apple's subscription on.
Well,
Sunday Ticket.
Thursday Night Football is
Thursday
now
Football's
exclusive to Amazon Prime.
That's right. It was like Amazon Prime, or was it YouTube Plus?
No, Amazon Prime.
Okay, because
so that's why. So the only place you'll be able to consume Thursday Night Football for free will be here on 1290.
Right. And we will have those games. Luckily,
we
here.
will have all those games, and I'm not going to charge you.
No,
if I could, I would. I'd walk around with a little. Hey, are you listening here? You owe me $1. That's what it feels like.
You go as high as $1?
Yeah, it's the National Football League.
Okay.
And they're going to flex in the best games on Thursday, so Amazon can force more people to get Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I still have not gotten in on that.
Amazon Prime? I have it. I don't watch. What did I watch on Amazon Prime? I watched Jack Ryan.
That I've heard good things.
Jack Ryan was really good.
Things.
All right. I just told him, yes, if you need me to, let me know and I will jump in. Because that's the kind of guy I am. I will help wherever I can, Dragon Ball. Like, if you need me to run over there and get the Dragon Ball cam, I can.
I think the Dragon Ball cam's good where it's at for right now.
Okay, just let me know.
I'll let you know.
Okay, so we've been talking about Christian Coloco. Was it a good idea, bad idea for him to jump in the NBA draft? I'm never going to begrudge anybody an opportunity to reach your dreams. So for him, I wish it was maybe I'm just being selfish. For his sake, I hope it's a smoother ride into the NBA, and I'm hoping and praying that he's going to impress enough scouts. He's 7 foot. He could play defense, right? I could walk through all the great things that Christian Coloco could do, and I hope he becomes a first-round draft pick. It's just so funny that now we look at it, you're not a lottery pick? Whatever. Before, just let me get to the league. Let me be a first or second round draft pick. My dreams have come true.
You very rarely get the success stories of second round picks in the NBA, the likes of which reside in like Dennis Rodman or the second version of Isaiah Thomas that went to the second round. You very rarely get those second round pick success stories in the NBA, and like you said, it's because there's so much more international game to be played,
right? That
the talent level is not.
And remember, Christian Coloco is an international player as well.
Yes.
Right? Although he did go to college here in the States, he is technically an international player. So, again, I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he does well. I want to see him do well. I'm going to be rooting for him. I'm going to buy his jersey. You know what that is?
Shirt jersey?
Yeah, I'm going to buy his jersey wherever he goes. I'm going to root for him. I'm going to be excited for him. He's a 7-footer that can play defense.
And he's not a bad offensive rebounder.
He can rebound. He can play defense. I mean, he's legit. Now, is he legitimate and as much of a prospect as a Chet Holmgren, who's projected to be a lottery pick? Is he as legit as Ben Mathurin, who's projected to be a lottery pick? No. So we have to be able to. He has to be able to show somebody that he's better than a fringe first rounder. But I think we've seen his game improve enough that I think he could play in the league. Now, would he start in the league or would he come off the bench as a second big man? That's the question. Because now it's about productivity. But if I'm going to get $1 million, I'm not turning that down. Nor would you. Well,
No.
You might. But you're an android.
If I get $1 million. I'm not going to turn it down.
You might.
What I do with that money.
If I asked you for all your Dragon Ball cards and hey, I'll buy all your Dragon Ball cards for $1 million, you might turn me down.
I would give you one card, and that would be the end of it because that's all I have. I don't do the trading card scene. I'm not that much of a nerd, but
I didn't call you a nerd.
I mean, no, but the trading card game.
I'm the one who's watching. I'm the one who's watching In Harm's Way on YouTube over the weekend. You don't be dissing my nerddom.
I wasn't dissing your nerddom. I was just saying
I'm the one who got all excited and screamed today because Thor, Love and Thunder's trailer came out.
Yeah, the new trailer. I've been seeing a lot more trailers now also for the Multiverse of Madness, so that looks like it'll be
Don't tell the bosses that I watched it for like a half hour just trying to pick out all the Easter eggs.
Oh boy.
Now, who's the girl at the end?
I think that might
Is that Jane?
I have not.
Have you seen it?
I've not seen the trailer, so I couldn't have this discussion with you.
Why? You're the biggest sci-fi guy I know. Why can't you just give this to me and watch the MCU with me?
When you say sci-fi, you gotta remember that I'm a Trek guy.
I watched Star Trek as a kid.
Yeah,
I had the Starship Enterprise action figure set. I had the full size Captain Kirk with a little blue phaser, same size as G.I. Joe, the big G.I. Joe. I had Kirk, I had Spock, I had Scotty, and I had McCoy.
See, I was a big Tuvok guy from Voyager.
Again, you just take it and just go down that rabbit hole.
Which might be the reason why I'm such a buzzkill, because, again, Tuvok was the truest of Vulcan with no emotion.
If I cut you open, will you bleed green?
If I did, probably.
You want to find out?
No, not at all.
I can have a doctor. No, not me. I'm not threatening you.
Yeah,
you can have a doctor come and take blood from you to see if it's green.
Nah, not today.
Can you do the live long and prosper? Wow, dude, you don't even have to. You don't have to work at that.
No, that's an easy one for me.
Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
All right. I don't know why. You're like the show killer.
I mean, I do my best, but to go back on what you were saying is if Koloko is going to be a starter or a backup player coming out of the draft.
I don't think you could project him right now as a starter day one in the NBA.
You definitely couldn't, and it doesn't help the fact that, let's be honest here, as much as the NBA still wants to prioritize size, big men very rarely get that love in the first round of the draft because a lot of it's ball handlers.
Look at the Dubs. The Dubs have the Dubs don't have a 7-footer.
And the same thing with the Toronto Raptors. I think the tallest player on their team is 6'9".
So different, so odd. But Christian Koloko can run.
Yes.
Christian Koloko is not a stiff that's just standing there underneath the basket like a log. We've seen Christian Koloko in mismatches taking on some of the best guards and the best wings and standing out there and playing perimeter defense. That's going to help his draft stock, I think.
If anything, that's the biggest thing for his argument to be a fringe first rounder because of the inability almost, and you saw it a lot in the NBA playoffs this weekend. There's an inability of NBA players to do successful switches on pick and roll defense,
right?
Where the big guys have to pick up the guard. You could just look at what Chris Paul did in the fourth quarter against the New Orleans Pelicans. He was destroying Larry Nance on the court with his ball handling capability. If you can get a guy like Christian Koloko, who he was actually a better on-ball defender of Tiger Campbell in the Pac-12 tournament than some of the guards that played against Tiger Campbell in the Pac-12 tournament.
So we'll see what happens. Now, here's the deal for Tommy Lloyd. And this is for all the coaches in the National Basketball Association and college basketball now. The rosters are going to turn in a unnatural way that we've been used to. Before, if someone jumped to the portal, oh, he must hate the coach. No, I think they're just looking for opportunities to play more or to go to a program that your draft stock can improve. And it's been so one-sided for so long where if you're a student athlete, you sign your scholarship, you're there. Come heck or high water, you're there, and you have no you know you have no alternatives. Once I commit, if my coach gets fired, doesn't matter, I got to stay. Lose my playing time, doesn't matter, I got to stay. So it's been so heavy-handed on one side. It's completely flipped upside down with the transfer portal that now coaches have lost a lot of what they were able to do as far as working on the program, projecting on the program, and the relationships that you have with student athletes better be as strong as they possibly could be. Now, it's a two-sided sword because if you get someone to come in like I recruited Rich Herrera and he turns out to be a stiff, I'd be stuck with him. Now I can go, hey, Rich, we love you. You work hard. I just don't see you getting any playing time. You might want to think about going in the transfer portal, meaning we recruited you. You got here. You suck. Go away. Before they were stuck and they have to hold on to them or be a little bit more underhanded running them off. You don't have to do that anymore. But you also have kids that if I didn't make the starting team, I'm out of here. If I'm not getting the minutes I want, I'm out of here. If you're not featuring me the way I want, I'm out of here. So the rosters are a lot more fluid, and quite honestly, it's more free agency than I think any of us would have anticipated, including the coaches and the student athletes. So for Tommy Lloyd, he's going to have to work this. And here's the tough part, I think, for colleges and coaches. I work my tail off to recruit you. Well, guess what? Every year, I have to re-recruit you to make sure that you stay. Because now, with the NCAA just completely falling apart and really abdicating all of their responsibilities, it is free agency. I can get offers from other people when I jump in the portal, and with NIL, I could be like that kid who's going up to Oregon, to Washington State. I saw the story over the weekend. The Washington State boosters, it was Washington State, right? Washington State boosters offered him $90,000 to leave whatever small school he was going to come up to Washington State. It's going to be weird. And Tommy Lloyd's going to have to fight that and re-recruit and make sure he keeps all of his guys. He's got the personality to do it. But, folks, you're no longer going to see guys just come here, stay here without being re-recruited each and every time. We'll talk more about that coming up here on the program. I do have a quote from Reggie Geary. Reggie joined us last week. We were talking about Ben Matherin. But Reggie really pointed out the difference between guys that are going to lottery pick, first-rounders and second-rounders, and their opportunities to stick in the league. I want to play that for you coming up. Time for the box office blitz. Let's give some tickets away. Arizona State. Oh, my gosh. Thank you, Dragon Ball. What number are we going to take today?
We'll go ahead and we'll take caller number 12.
Caller number 12 right now. Caller number 12, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Caller number 12, you'll win a pair of tickets to see Arizona State this Friday at High Corbett Field. We will take caller number 12 right now. Start dialing Tucson, 520-848-1290. Coming up, I'll have those quotes from Reggie Geary. I'm also, I do want to talk about the NBA playoffs this weekend. They were phenomenal games. Couple stinkers, and we'll get into all of that coming up here at 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Coloco, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Coloco, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Coloco. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step to hand off. Into the backfield and drop. No gain. Loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Coloco, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Coloco, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Coloco. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
Fourth down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's hot! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Coloco. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Coloco, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Coloco looked like one driving down. That was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Coloco screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Coloco. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's a huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berrios. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back to throw. Has some time. Steps into the pocket. Matherin with 5 to shoot. Backs it up. He'll shoot a 3 straight away. In and out, no good. Coloco, the offensive rebound. Lay it up and good. And the Cats regain the lead.
Right there, offensive rebound. Coloco using it as left hand for the putback. Big basket to give Arizona the 1-point lead.
Christian Coloco's going to the NBA. Makes the announcement this morning. We're talking about it here on 1290. Number for you to join us, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Dragon Ball, you can relax. I'm not going to make you work with me until 11 o'clock tonight.
Oh no. Okay, good.
I can't swing both shows today.
Okay.
You would have been fun on the network.
On the national airwaves?
Yeah.
Whew.
What?
That'd been my first national show ever. I don't know how I would have been able to handle that.
You would have done fine. I can introduce you to everybody in the country. Hi, my name is Rich. This is my friend Dragon Ball. Hi, Dragon Ball.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Did I tell you the time I choked like that?
How?
Have I ever told you the story?
I'm not sure how. Is this for you on radio?
On air? Yeah.
Oh, no, I've never heard this. No.
So, my first year in San Francisco, I'm going to do the Giants postgame show. Right?
Oh, boy.
It was John Miller's first year there.
Oh.
So I'm sitting there, and I'm going to sit in the big seat next to John. And I look over, and there's a glass window between us.
Right.
And next to the Giants home radio booth, you can look into the booth next to you, and it's Vin Scully. It's time for Dodger baseball.
Ooh, wow. That's your first day?
That's my first day.
Oh.
First day.
Man.
And I look over and I go, hey, we're getting John, new young man's going to take over doing the post-game show, Sports Phone 68. What's coming on? And just as he says that, I look over and I make contact with Scully, and he kind of gives me the little wave that you do. And I went, well, the post-game show is going to be pretty good, folks. Stick around.
Was that all you were able to get out?
I couldn't say anything. Vince Scully just made eye contact with me and waved at me.
I could see that being a little bit of a tongue-tied moment. I mean, that's a big deal.
So you could have done that tonight.
I probably would have, to be honest with you.
All right. Maybe if they ask us this week, will you want to go on?
Depending on the day, I'll absolutely go ahead and.
What do you mean, depending on the day?
I may.
Are you so busy? I got too much to do.
I've got some things. I got some promises I got to keep and things like that.
You wouldn't just blow them off?
No.
See,
I'm not a good. I don't like to blow people off like that. Even if it's for something big.
Besides, Nanny would pull your ear.
Yeah, she'd probably be like, "Well, what's going on?" I'm like, "Oh no."
And by the way, for those of you new to the show, Nanny is Dragon Ball's grandmother.
Yes.
That gets tired of me picking on him all the time.
She's fine with it.
No, she's not. She gets mad at me being mean to you.
Nah, she's fine with it. She knows that it's all in good fun.
Sometimes. Sometimes she gets mad. She's going to throw her slipper at me.
Yeah, she might.
All right.
Get some good air on that thing.
Number 2, join us here on the program is 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. You can email studio@wildcatsradio1290.com. Studio@wildcatsradio1290.com. Oh, by the way, today's show was brought to you by PGA Tour Superstore. They're located on Oracle and Limberlost, and they have changed my life. Have you noticed how much more relaxed I am today?
I was going to say, you're a little bit more laid back than usual.
Have you seen this?
What is that?
I got this at PGA Tour Superstore this weekend.
Oh, you got one of those Theraguns.
I got oh, you recognize it?
Yes.
I got a Theragun. Oh, this feels so good. Can you hear it?
I can hear it. I can both hear the reverb in your voice, and I can hear the device going.
Oh, this is the greatest thing I've ever had in my life. It's a Theragun. They sell them. They're right next to the front door at PGA Tour Superstore. It's like this handheld massager. What are you laughing at? Oh, that even feels better on this side.
You sound like a Dalek.
Oh, this is amazing. So I carry all of my stress in my shoulders.
Right.
I'll turn this off. I carry all my stress in my shoulders. So I'm always, like, you see me, I can barely turn my neck sometimes to get so stressed. So actually, Booney got one of these. Brett Boone got one of these when he went to go play at Michael Jordan's golf course at Grove 23.
Oh, right.
And he goes, because he walks around, he looks like a question mark. His back's tweaked from all those years of playing baseball. And when he plays, 36 rounds of golf, 36 rounds of golf, he gets a little stiff. So somebody had one. He tried it. He goes, this is the greatest thing in the world. He's been talking about it for a month. I'm like, well, I need one of these. I'm not a professional athlete, but I could certainly use getting rid of all the stress in my shoulders. So I got one on Saturday. So I hung out Saturday morning over at PGA Tour Superstore. Hi, Mandy. Hi, everybody. And I was looking at shoes and golf clubs, and I said, I want a Theragun. And they're right there, and they have them in a display. So I got one, and I'm using it. I'm like, I need one of these. So my office is fine. Let's get it. So I got one of these Theraguns. If you're a golfer and you have a stiff back after playing 18 holes, 36 holes, you play golf 2 days in a row and your back stiffens up, this thing is like a lifeline. So the reason I'm so relaxed is this weekend I used the Theragun on my back and my neck and my shoulders. And I took a nap on Sunday with absolutely no tension. I slept for like 3 hours on Sunday. I did it right before I went to bed. I slept so soundly, so relaxing, thanks to the Theragun. They have them right there at PGA Tour Superstores. If you wanted to get one, they cost a little bit, right?
Right.
But here's the great deal. You get $20 off a purchase of $100 or more. You get $250 off a purchase of $50 off a purchase of $250 or more. You could use these. And I talked to Mandy. I talked to the folks. Folks have been coming in saying, hey, I heard the Rich Herrera radio show, Wildcats Radio 1290. They've been getting the discount, just a special hookup for us to send you into PGA Tour Superstore. So whether you're looking for shoes from Nike, Adidas, Echo, Puma, New Balance, Skechers, whether you want golf balls, TaylorMade, Callaway, Bridgestone, Wilson, drivers from TaylorMade, Cobra, they're all right there. And again, you mention our radio show, you mention the station, $20 off a purchase of $100, $50 off a purchase of $250. And this Theragun, you can get one of those Theraguns, mention the radio station, and you get a discount.
That is a really,
my gosh.
good deal.
I just did it for like 30 seconds right now. I feel like a new person.
There you go.
So again, PGA Tour Superstore. It is the one and only place that people in Tucson need to go to for their golf gear, clothing, golf balls, golf accessories, golf gloves, golf shoes. And, of course, the best selection of drivers and irons and everything. In fact, it was cool. I saw Dad in there going in there to get his kid golf clubs. So they have the whole U.S. kids outfit.
Oh.
So if you want to take your kid out there, they have all the youth golf clubs, the little kid golf clubs, and they can actually find the right size for them, and they can go out there and start playing golf. PGA Tour Superstore with PGA instruction available in the store. Plus the best club fitters you're going to find anywhere. You need to get your golf clubs re-gripped. In fact, the golfers from Arizona take their golf clubs in there to get fixed. So again, hey, listen, I can't tell you enough. I'm going to go work there one weekend. I told him I wanted to just come out and hang out for the day, put on the blue shirt, and say, hey, welcome to PGA Tour Superstore. Can I help you? You come in and be a customer.
I got to go ahead and I got to be the one to be the customer for you?
No, I said you can come in and be a customer, and I'll help you find great golf clothes.
Now, are you giving people...
Plus, they have all the Barstool sports gear as well.
Right, but are you the one giving them the lessons?
No, these are real professional golf association folks.
Okay.
No, I'm not giving it. I give hitting lessons. I can't give golf lessons.
Right, okay.
So anyway, PGA Tour Superstore, the Theragun changes your life. I told her, I said, I might just talk about the Theragun all week long, and you might run out of them. And I just got the little mini. The mini is perfect.
Hey, let's say that thing that just fits right in the palm of your hand.
I'm going to carry it around in my backpack. So next time I start getting grumpy with you, you should go, hey, Rich, pull out your Theragun for PGA Tour Superstore.
What, the Theragun's going to be the new Snickers?
Oh, my gosh. I got no tension in my shoulders right now.
You're not yourself when you're tense, and then just Theragun it away better.
There you go. All right, check them out. They're on Oracle and Limberlost right here across from the Tucson Mall, PGA Tour Superstore. Okay, coming up. Oh, wait a minute. I got to get to the Reggie Gary quotes, right? Can we do that next? Do you want to do that next?
Yeah, we can do that next.
All right, so we'll stick around. Reggie had some interesting stuff to say about that next opportunity. Once you leave college and you want to make it on the next level, there's a big difference between being a a lottery pick, a first rounder, or a second rounder. We'll get into that next here on Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Mathurin between the rings. Over for Krisa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Krisa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down, and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. Into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments for the University of Arizona Wildcats?
Fourth down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's hot! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the field. ASU with the ball, down by 11, 3 have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like what, driving down that was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Mathurin with the ball for the Wildcats. Mathurin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko, feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline, circles back out top to Mathurin. 10 to shoot, 16 left in the ballgame. Mathurin, 3 balls straight away, good!
That's a huge shot for Ben Mathurin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Mathurin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon 5-man front, they shift, play fake, rolling right, McLeod looking to throw, going deep, down, trying to find Berrios, makes the catch inside the 25-yard line, still loose inside the 15, first down Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball, he underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone, straight back to throw, has some time, steps out of the pocket, the Wildcats have got him for a safety. Second safety Arizona has recorded this season. It's a 24-12 ball game, and the Cats will get the ball.
That's big
Fully on the
time.
field is a safety.
Yes, that's big time by Arizona. That time defense did a great job of just closing the pocket from the inside, and then the pressure on the outside by Abear.
Rich Rare Radio Show rolls on here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Don't forget, we have a sweet deal for you coming up this week. Friday, Moby's. It's the diner inside Casino del Sol. You can get a $50 gift card for just $25. $50 gift card for just $25. Go to wildcatsradio1290.com Friday morning, 8:30 to claim your gift card. $50 gift card for just $25. Maybe we have a bet going, Suns versus Warriors, whoever goes further. Maybe that could be your payoff. If I lose, I'll get you that $50 gift card for just $25.
Well, are we allowed to do that?
I don't know.
Because
I think we,
as employees, I don't think we can. Can we?
Well, maybe I'll ask somebody to get it for me.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and do it that way, I mean, we can do that.
Well, you said our bet is for a reasonably priced meal.
Yeah. Reasonably priced. Not too fancy, since we don't want to have the other
I was going to take you to a Brazilian steak.
That would be very nice. That would be a
You know
very
they have
nice.
lunch. You can go there for lunch.
Yeah, the lunch is very, very good.
Maybe I'll take you there for lunch one day.
We'd have to go ahead and be careful because I can go ahead and I can lose track of time when I'm in there.
And get the meat sweats.
Yeah.
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 Oh, by the way, Toronto, Philadelphia are playing right now. Toronto's taking it to them early. Is that Embiid who got mad and wants to push and fight with people?
Well, Embiid got the triple team that he's been getting practically all season long against the Raptors. They've employed their defense to be just double and triple teaming him during.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So we've been talking about Christian Coloco. Can Christian Coloco go in there and bang with Joel Embiid at this next level?
One-on-one, absolutely not. But then again, you could go down the line of every All-Star that was there at the NBA All-Star game this year of centers, and you would still have to go ahead and get somebody else to help out.
Would Chet Holmgren be able to bang with Joel Embiid one-on-one?
No.
Okay. And remember, Chet Holmgren is projected, I think, number 4.
He's like number 3, number 4, depending on who gets. Because we got to remember.
But he's skinny.
Embiid's got.
We're talking about Holmgren.
Holmgren, no.
Yeah, he's got pipe cleaner for arms.
Yeah, no. Holmgren is a skinny guy. He needs to work on his base footwork to kind of give him the better.
And so does Christian.
Yeah, this is the thing about the weird thing about bigs in basketball that you can't always judge based on their size. They have to have ability to really
be able to have leverage.
Yeah, you have to plant your feet.
So I am rooting, and I don't like Toronto because I don't like Drake.
That's the only reason.
That's the only reason. And I worked in Miami, and Miami hates Toronto in basketball. And Drake is just annoying when he stands on the court like a coach.
Right.
Drake is just annoying in general.
Ooh, there's a big foul.
Did they take it? Did they knock him? Who'd they knock down?
That was Siakam gave a nice little shoulder check to Embiid as he was going into the hole.
Yeah, they're trying to get under Embiid's skin.
If they can go ahead and get him frazzled, that's the thing. Is that the first game?
Oh, he's giving them the death stare as well.
You know, he's frustrated because again, you've got.
Ooh, he got undercut.
Yeah, you get Fred VanVleet over the top, which is not a matchup you want to have him on, and then Siakam comes over, lays into the chest and the shoulder, jumping up and landing on top of him.
Ooh, he stepped on his ankle too.
Yeah.
So anyway, we bring this up because Christian Coloco's declaring for the NBA draft. So the question is, now you start looking at him. How did he do against the Mobleys in college? Well, now you got to figure out how does he do against Evan Mobley at the next level. How does he do? What's he going to do against Joel Embiid at the next level? How will he do against somebody he's bigger than, but I'm not sure he could push him around Draymond Green playing in the 5.
Yep. I mean, and I don't want, because again, we want Christian Coloco to go high in the draft.
We do.
We want him to be, but the one thing that definitely is going to be something that they will talk to him about when he gets into the discussions with the scouts and the NBA teams and that nature is they're going to bring up his game that he had against TCU and
of course they will.
Lampkin, because the game against TCU, that was the first sign of it, and then you saw what happened in Houston when he came up against guys that maybe been a little bit bigger, a little bit more aggressive down low in the post. He kind of struggled a little bit, kind of tried to play off of the ball handler rather than attack at the cup. So that'll be something that'll definitely
wait a minute. What did you just say?
Attack to the cup.
I heard Doris Burke say the cup about 85 times. Yeah.
I mean, that's the lingo for the basket.
Take it to the hole, the hoop, the basket. I don't need a new one.
I mean, there's a, as long as you're.
It's like me saying what's cracking.
If you,
I'm old. I can't say that. If you
differentiate how you call
I know you
basket,
have to be able to use different words.
Yeah. But like you said, like if she's saying it 85 times in a row, and that can go for
but it's kind of
anybody else.
That's the hippest word you've ever used on the program.
Hip?
Yeah.
I'm definitely not a hip guy.
No, you're very hip because you used the word the cup. Anyway, I want to play these Reggie Gary quotes here. But I also want to point out that I am 100% down for the Toronto Raptors right now. Want to know why?
Why is that?
James Harden.
Oh, so you want James Harden to lose more so than you hate the Raptors?
So I have to look at my pettiness to figure out which am I more petty. Do I dislike Drake or do I dislike the beard more?
And that's just the ASU Sun Devil that he is.
Yes. I never liked him anyway.
Whoa, that was an easy travel. He took 8 steps. I'm sorry.
You're not allowed to do play-by-play.
I'm not.
Stop it. All right. Give me that. We've got these quotes from Reggie Geary. Now, these are not fresh quotes from Reggie, but this is Reggie kind of breaking down for someone who's been there before. We had him on last week. In fact, we should replay the entire interview because it was really, really good. Let's make that our rewind today.
Yes.
But Reggie drilled down a little bit more on the difference between being a lottery pick, a first rounder, and a second rounder. What quote do you have from him?
So to start off, again, what you just said, Reggie gave us the understanding of what the difference is between first and second round picks going into the NBA.
Yeah, so, the difference between a first rounder and a second rounder is usually the guaranteed years. Usually if you're a lottery pick, you get 3 years guaranteed, and that's huge because when you're one of those individuals, and I can speak because I was a second-round draft choice in the NBA, I was on a 1-year contract, and it's just much more difficult. With the 3 years, that first year you can play, which everyone hopes to do, but if you don't, you have an opportunity to learn. That second year, you can come out and play and get more acclimated to that level, and then that third year, now you're in your contract year. You've now experienced a couple of years, you're feeling confident, and you're really able to kind of prolong your career now with hopefully a second contract. So, just getting that 3 years in your pocket, just to have that time to mature and grow is just huge.
And that's the big deal for someone like Christian Coloco, who I don't know if he came back for one more year, would he improve his draft stock? Maybe from a fringe first rounder to a solid, legitimate first rounder, but there's a chance he's going to be a first rounder. There's a chance he could be a second rounder. But I don't know if he comes back one more year, does he become a lottery pick?
And you also, we don't want to ever suggest that there's a chance at it, but there's always the chance of an injury or, anything else like that.
I'll throw that out because that's a higher power than me figuring that out. But you also have how many kids are going to jump in and be one and done that will change the way the lottery works. Remember Ty Washington?
Yes.
Where there was a big deal whether he was going to come here or not. He chose Kentucky instead. Guess what? He's going to the league.
Yep.
You never know who's going to come out one and done. You never know who's going to come out early. You never know what European player they're going to find. So can I project what's going to happen to you next year? I don't know. I just don't think I can. Now, to talk about all this, Bruce Pascoe is going to join us in about 10 minutes. And from the Arizona Daily Star, Tucson.com. We'll get his thoughts on where Christian's going to go and how Arizona backfills and Tommy tries to rework the roster. That I think we really see what the transfer portal does, at least in college basketball, where you're going to have to re-recruit your student athletes each and every year because they all have that first opportunity to jump with no penalty.
Yep.
It's good and bad. It's a mixed blessing. You guys want to comment? 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290, the number for you to join us here on the program. Hey, don't forget Arizona State coming up this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The Cats will take on Arizona State. We have an opportunity for you to win tickets again coming up a little bit later in the program. So you want to stick around for that as well. We have one more set of tickets to give away?
One more set.
One more set of tickets. And it's going to be a short week for me, by the way. Did I tell you? I think I told you last week. I need to take Friday and Monday off.
Okay.
Did I tell you that?
The Friday you had mentioned, Monday
I got to go back to California and take care of some stuff.
Gotcha.
Family things. So we're going to do the show Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week.
Okay.
What are you going to do on Friday without me?
Friday, probably get ready for the other job, and then I'm probably going to end up – I'm getting better, Rich. I'm getting better about going to the gym early in the morning. I may take an elongated
– You know what's going to get me – you know what? I've shared with people, listen, I tell you about everything, that I'm diabetic.
Yes.
I had COVID. Crazy. I had COVID. I had a heart attack. And then I became full-blown diabetic afterwards.
Now, I hate to ask this, but I always forget that. How recent was your heart attack?
3 years ago.
Okay, so this was like just before the pandemic hit, or was it right at the start of it?
Start of the pandemic.
It was the start of,
Yeah,
wow.
So I've had COVID twice. First time they couldn't figure out what was going on. The only reason I know I had it is because my doctor told me that I gave it to him. Because this is before anybody really knew what it was. Like,
right.
When I went to the urgent care, they just told me I had an upper respiratory. And then I ended up getting sick, went to the hospital, gave COVID to my doctor, and all the rest of that. But now that I've gotten, like, my docs here in Arizona have been amazing, so much better. And I got everything kind of better now, so I'm all balanced out. So speaking of the gyms, I'm going to get Glenn Howell, said he's going to help me get in shape. So I will be in shape by the time we get to football.
And Glenn, I know for a fact, he is a gym rat.
I don't like the fact that he's like he and Kelvin are both in playing shape. They could both go out and play right now.
No, Kelvin's in great shape, and Glenn, I don't know how he's maintained his his shape.
You're supposed to get fat when you get done playing.
You're supposed to go ahead and I think it's that you're supposed to lose your desire to work out because you're not working out.
No, you know
anymore.
what it is? It's caloric intake. So if you're a professional athlete and you're playing, you have huge caloric intake.
Right.
Because you burn so much.
Right, yeah.
So when I worked with Bob Golick, he was still eating like a player, but he wasn't working out.
He wasn't working out.
Now you know why he ended up having to do the Nutrisystem commercials.
Yep.
He blames me. Oh, we used to have a roach coach that would come by, and the first one we had, and our station was in Pasadena. We'd come by and he would make us a double cheeseburger and pastrami. A double 2 cheeseburger patties and pastrami on top. And he would make that. We had a standing order, bring it to us every day.
It was
every day. Double cheeseburger, pastrami.
Oh my!
Then when we worked at Fox on the lot, we had another roach coach, and he would make us gigantic breakfast burritos.
Okay, what's in the burrito? What was in the burritos? Do you remember this?
Egg, bacon, sausage, cheese, potatoes. But it was like the size of my arm.
Yeah, because the other thing is that this is going to be very specific. I doubt you'll be able to recall this. Do you remember how many tortillas were used to
2.
wrap it? It was a double wrap.
Double wrap.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was so big.
Yeah, that's a lot.
We would shout out on
That's
that.
a lot.
And then we would send interns to go over to the commissary because we worked on the lot.
For as slow as I eat, that would have taken me the entire day leading into the
Oh, no,
next
we
day's
would
show.
we would eat that during a break.
Whew. By the way, yeah,
I'm
surprised you have not mentioned to people like, oh, you can watch the Dragon Ball cam and see how slow Dragon Ball eats.
That's true. And by the way, during the day, they also catered lunch to us.
Oh, my goodness. What was the lunch?
Sometimes they bring in pizza. Sometimes they bring in turkey. They bring in hot meals. Because they had to feed the TV people so the radio people could eat as well.
Right. No. So Glenn is going to be pushing you for quite a while to get you back into shape.
But now I've gotten everything. I'm in good shape.
Now,
so I'm gonna start walking and getting in shape.
There you go.
I don't know why we're telling you that story, but you know what? Everybody should try to be more healthy.
Yeah. So probably Friday. That's what I'll probably do. I'll try to get an elongated stay at the gym.
Let's talk to Bruce Pascoe. He joins us in about 5 minutes. You want to hear what the beat writer from the Arizona Daily Star has to say about Christian Coloco. That's next here on 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Coloco. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Coloco, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Coloco, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Coloco, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Coloco. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. It is good. Backfield and drop. No gain. Loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Coloco, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Coloco, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Coloco. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments for the University of Arizona Wildcats?
Fourth down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the field. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Coloco. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Coloco, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Coloco looked like one driving down that was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Coloco screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Coloco. Feed it to Terry right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Mathurin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Mathurin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's
We're tied.
a huge shot for Ben Mathurin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Mathurin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Rich Rare Radio Show, 5 o'clock here in Tucson. We run out to our guest hotline. Joining us right now, Bruce Pascoe, beat writer from the Arizona Daily Star and Tucson.com. Kind enough to join us here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Bruce, you told me last week, no vacation time for you. This is the busy time of the year. We saw it with Ben Mathurin, and then this morning, breaking news, Christian Coloco also declares for the draft. Was this as much a secret as I thought the first one was?
I don't, no, I don't know. I think Ben Mathurin's decision was pretty much known since the beginning of the year, unless something crazy happened. And I think with Coloco, the way he was playing as the season went on, it was just more and more apparent that he was at least going to try it. And then I kind of heard last week that he was thinking of just staying. I think, for better or worse, the draft is all about potential, and he's going to be 22 in June, and he's already been the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. And I think maybe there was a thought that there's not that much room to have more upside and get higher in the draft position. So why not go now? I'm kind of guessing that was a thought, and I think that was the realization here. I don't think everyone in Arizona is wild about it, but Coloco's well liked. He's so well liked that people are definitely wishing him the best.
Is it a foregone conclusion he's gone? There's no chance he comes back, or he gets feedback and says, well, maybe I need to come back and work on something?
Yeah, that's what I understand. I don't think he's coming back, and I think there were a couple of tweets and comments from some of the coaches and players that indicated as such, and that's what I've heard. I don't think he'll be back, and I know they're not expecting it, and looking to move on, and they've got a couple of big guys, and they're recruiting some others, and kind of we'll see what happens there.
Bruce Pascoe joining us right now from the Arizona Daily Star, Tucson.com. When you look at the body of his work, and you probably know this better than anybody else, you've seen the growth. What did you see as his biggest upside? Where have you seen the most growth, and where he's really blossomed?
Well, you have to start with defensively. He's gotten a little bit better offensively, but I think just defensively, just the way he can really dominate around the rim and has so much athleticism and kind of he knows where to be, and I think the thing that jumped out at me more than anything, and I've said this a couple of times, is just the way he could defend guys out on the perimeter when he got switched out there a couple of times during the season. It was like I think the Oregon game kind of jumps out maybe as much as anything, where he guarded Will Richardson from the perimeter and all the way in on the all the way across the court in the paint and stopped him and won the game basically. And that's unusual for a guy that big. And I think that seems to be his floor, that he can be, because of those skills, he can kind of be a defensive niche player in the NBA, and maybe more than that if he can. It's a hard game now for guys of his size, but he's definitely got some ability that gives him a lot of potential there.
You did a great job of explaining where he might end up as a first round pick or a second round pick, and the difference between the two. Help explain to the listeners the difference between where we project Ben to go as a lottery pick, where he's going to get 3 years to try to make it in the league, to where Christian's going to be looking at either a 2 or a 1 year contract.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot about money. I mean, you got to look at that, especially if you take the chance in coming back and getting picked lower because you got hurt or you didn't continue to improve, then that works against you. And again, that's what I'm saying about both of these guys. Not that much to improve when you're already defensive player of the year. I mean, he certainly could improve offensively, his range, et cetera, but limited amount. And so basically, it's always been the case that, and for a long time anyway, that first round picks get 2-year contracts that are guaranteed rookie salary scale. And they start at about almost $4 million for 2 years. So if you go anywhere, if you're the last guy taking the first round, you're getting $2 million a year guaranteed for your first 2 years. Life is good. And then what's happened the last 5-10 years is that more and more of the second round picks are getting a lot of guaranteed money, especially the guys high. A lot of times guys picked in the high in the second round, a team won't risk, them going, them leaving if they develop into something. So they'll give them, a year or two, sometimes more at rookie salary, which is almost $1 million right there. And then more and more second round picks even further down, sometimes late in the second round, are getting 2-way contracts, which are those contracts where you can shuttle back and forth between the NBA and the G League. And those are now going for $500,000. So, and it doesn't appear that Koloko would fall below mid-second round. You never really know in that second round, but it does seem like that's sort of his floor. And if it is his floor, then you would think his floor as a salary next year would be $500,000. And he's not eligible for NIL money for the most part. And so there's just he's a good student. I'm sure he'd come back to U of A and do well there, but it's got to be tempting to look at it when you look at it that way.
I had forgotten, and you put this in your article, when he got here from that super prep school, or not prep school, but that super school that he went to where so many guys are going on to the college and the pros.
Sierra Canyon.
Right, Sierra Canyon. You look at it, the options he had. He had options. I didn't realize that he had an Ivy League option as well.
Yeah, the interesting thing is, and I talked about this way back when he was a recruit. It's sort of been forgotten now, but when he came here from Cameroon, he entered as a high school junior. He didn't know any English hardly at all, and I remember he told me his first semester in high school was really, really hard, but he's a very smart guy, picked it up pretty quick, and I think he finished with like a 3.8 in high school. I'm not sure which school was at or both of them combined, but really good student, and obviously appeared to qualify for, or have credentials to get into an Ivy, or they wouldn't have offered him. And, his sister, got an MBA from Long Beach State. She's the one who kind of has been overseeing, what he's going through now. And he lived with her when he was out there in high school. So, real strong family background, and smart guy. And it was really interesting because Sierra Canyon's, a pretty good school too, and great players. And, I remember going to one of their games, and there's all these Rolls Royces or, SUVs that,
right,
in the parking lot, and just, Bronny James and, this and that. And I think Christian there was part of the game he wasn't even playing. I mean, he was just a rim protector then, a big project who was tall and could move a little, but he has come so far from then. It's really quite amazing. And, because even back then, playing on the team, you're like, yeah, maybe he could turn into an NBA guy someday, but nobody really was sure of that.
Well, and again, Sierra Canyon, for those that don't know, it's where LeBron James' son goes, and when they go on the road, they'll sell out every gym they can. They have to bring in extra security because so many people want to see that. It's probably, would you call it the top premier high school prep school in Southern California right now?
Well, it seems like it's been that lately. I mean, there was, Crossroads has always historically been a big one, and there's some others, and then there's certainly Bosco and some of the other, modern day, some of the big Catholic powers or whatever, and and a handful of pretty good public schools that have been, perennial powers as well. So, it's hard to say, but there's been years like that, and lately, a lot of guys are moving in, their parents are putting them in there, and to develop them that way, and it sort of grows itself that way. And players just become attracted to going there, so they get even better.
Yeah, absolutely. Bruce Pascoe joining us right now, Arizona Daily Star. All right, so what's Tommy Lloyd to do now? Because we've had a couple callers going, okay, that's great. We wish him all the best. But what do we do here in Tucson? And I've been talking about there's going to be a roster churning, whether we like it or not. What's the crystal ball? How does Tommy Lloyd manage this roster with two people going, and we're still waiting to see whether DT is going to declare or not?
Right, exactly. I mean, and I think, and that was why it was interesting. He had a press conference last week because he knew, just like we knew, that there was nothing really for sure at this point. It's April, and anything can change. And I think he's scrambling around. They've got a lot of inroads with some players. There's one player, Kylan Boswell, who might reclassify and become available, but he's a guard. I think if Dale and Terry left, they would have probably 7 or 8 guys plus whoever they added, and I think they're pretty confident they can get 1 or 2 more. They're looking at a big guy in Europe. They're looking at they've got Umar Ballo obviously has played increasingly well last season. It's just a matter of how many minutes he can handle probably, and then Dylan Anderson, a 7-foot recruit, is coming in, and I don't know how much he's going to be able to help him right away, but I think that they really like him, and he's a smart player, and I think he can maybe help them in spots. And then, worst case scenario, they can always move Azulis Tabellas to the 5 in some spots as they have over the last couple of years. So, it'll be, those they still have a lot of options, but as of right now, certainly it looks a little bit thin, and so I think that Tommy Lloyd would feel a lot better if he can get another key guy or 2 in here in the next month or so.
Break out your crystal ball. I was talking about this, that, not only do I have to recruit a player to come to Tucson, I got to re-recruit them every year just to make sure that they're not jumping in the portal because they don't get enough minutes, or that they're wanting to jump into the NBA. Certainly, I don't think Tommy would ever begrudge anybody but want to jump in the NBA. But, boy, this seems a lot more, I want to use the word professional, but use it lightly, that you have to be able to project and turn over this roster and really take a different look at the way rosters have been put together as opposed to years before in college basketball.
Yeah, again, it's better for better or worse. It's the way college basketball is now, and we saw it. The last few years with Sean Miller, it was literally half the roster left, and I don't think it's that much this year. It's not probably going to be, but they might get down to 7 or 8 guys returning, and that's still a fair amount of turnover. Especially when they're the best guys in a lot of cases, and again, especially if they lose Dale and Terry as well. So it's been tricky. I think he knew that he would lose Ben Mathurin. He told that story about how he met with him last summer, and he kind of talked to him about maybe staying 2 years so he wouldn't feel pressure to leave after just one more. And Ben was like, "No, I'm leaving. Or I'm on a plan to leave," or whatever he said, and that's what he did. So, but and Koloko probably hurts him a little bit, but they knew that could happen, and you just never know. I think it's I think sometimes you just never know who's gonna stay. You try and get a pretty good idea, and even then, a guy like Lowry Markin can come out of nowhere, and all of a sudden he's a 1-year guy. It's really hard to say. But on the flip side of that, the good news is for a coach, if you lose a guy like Koloko and he goes in the first round, then it becomes and I think we've talked about this, just becomes a recruiting, sort of a bonus for you, because then you can tell other players, hey, look, we just got this guy in the league and he's doing really well, and he wasn't that, we did this for him, and you can do that if you come here too. So it's a trade-off there, but it definitely makes it tough. April and May are just miserable, I think, for these coaches.
Absolutely. So Bruce, put this in perspective, because it seems like the Cats roster is going to get a little thin. Is this unusual compared to everybody else in college basketball, or is this something that everybody from UCLA to Gonzaga to Baylor, you name it, they're all going through this right now?
Well, no, yeah, it's a lot of them are. It's pretty common, and we're seeing the transfer portal. I think is, I think if you did the math on it, it literally comes out to about 4 players per team that are entering the portal. And more and more now we're seeing guys that were really good, even at a high level, and that just want to go somewhere else for whatever reason, style of play, or to get even more shots or whatever. And it's really, it's really crazy. And that's a factor of, last year they made the rule change that you could have a one-time exception to go anywhere and not play right away. And that's a function of the NCAA basically doing everything they can to let athletes expand athletes, rights and so forth, short of actually paying them. And so now, it really is almost like free agency. And, I think Tommy Lloyd and Gonzaga when he was there and now that he's here, I think they have a little bit of an advantage in that they're, both really plugged into the international recruits. And a lot of times those players, I think, are more naturally inclined to stick it out for a couple of years. And unless they, again, of course, get projected really high in the first round, then they have to go. But I just think it's more of the culture there where, they grow up with their national team programs or a club, and it's all about the long term. And here, players grow up here and they're switching their travel clubs every month or two, sometimes every year. They're changing their high schools every year. And then so they get to college and they either change high schools or they decide to go pro. It's just everything's really, really fluid. And again, it's super frustrating, I'm sure, for coaches, but, it really is becoming the norm.
One last thing before we let you go. We're talking with Bruce Pascoe right now, Arizona Daily Star, Tucson.com. The transfer portal before seemed like an instrument of frustration, I guess is the best way to put it. Oh, I don't like what's going on. I don't like the way the coach is using me. I don't like the minutes. I don't like living here. To me now, it seems more like an instrument of opportunity. So maybe I go somewhere and I do like it there and I do like the coach, but there's a better opportunity somewhere else because I've improved my game or I can fit in better over here. How would you characterize the portal?
Yeah, well, I still think it's of what you said initially. I still think it's primarily that, and in some cases, frankly, it's the team. The team or the coach might tell the player at the end of the season if he didn't play well, say, look, we're not going to play you next year. And then they don't tell them they're not renewing their scholarship, but it's pretty clear they want to transfer. Then the player turns around and says, I'm decommitting or I'm transferring or whatever. That can happen too. The team's not happy. So either way, they can either transfer up or down. And, they typically go up if they play really well at the low major level. We're seeing that. And then guys want to give it a shot at a high major sometimes. And then you're seeing guys at high majors don't play much. And of course that's sort of what you think about it pretty commonly, and they'll go down to get a lot more playing time in the bigger role somewhere else. And what's interesting to me is I think sometimes you're seeing guys that make moves that seem almost lateral, and you're like, why? But again, it's just sometimes there can be little things, and I think the players just don't think much of it anymore. And it's so easy to do it now without having to sit out. So if it's a simple thing like an assistant coach maybe left, or maybe the NIL opportunity is better somewhere else, or there's just something about the style play that grated on them, and they thought they'd give it a shot, especially if they're like a grad transfer. I think a lot of times guys get to that fourth year and they've graduated and their resume isn't quite what they want it to be for a pro, so they want to go somewhere else where they know they can maybe beef it up that way, and there are a lot of those as well.
Bruce Pascoe, Arizona Daily Star, Tucson.com. Check them out. Great article today on Christian Coloco, and we'll have more on this roster churn that we're going to see. Bruce, I appreciate you joining us. Eventually, I hope you get that vacation that's well-deserved.
Yeah. It'll calm down in a couple weeks it gets a little more, little less crazy then. So, the later in the spring.
You're the best. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Rich. Okay,
all right, take care. Make sure you check him out. Bruce Pascoe, Arizona Daily Star, Tucson.com, has all the latest on Christian Coloco and going into the NBA draft. You heard it right there. He's not coming back. He's committed. He's there. Don't think that it's sticking your toe in the water. He's jumped in the pool with both feet. So now Tommy Lloyd will have to figure out what I do next for a big man and how we churn this roster over. We'll talk more about that coming up. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Mathurin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Coloco. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Coloco, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down, and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. Into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
Fourth down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Oh, did they need that? My goodness. Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the field. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like what, driving down that was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko, feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline, circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot, 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away, good!
That's a huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back to throw. Has some time. Steps under the Out top, Bernard. Matched on Matherin. Bernard feed it. Juzang working right. Drives to the bucket. Put up, blocked by Koloko. Grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left.
Go. Christian Koloko. Go local for Koloko. He's on to the NBA. He'll be plying his wares in the NBA, declaring for the NBA draft today. That's a big story around Tucson. Cats have 2 players leaving. We'll see with their third. Dalen Terry decides to go into the draft as well. I have a feeling DT might come back. There's some more parts of his game that he can work on and then make sure that he gets that draft status. But Christian Koloko, projected as a late first round, early second rounder, will leave the University of Arizona and make his way into the NBA draft. Arizona tennis. Tomorrow we're going to talk with Clancy Shields on the program. Arizona wins its first Pac-12 tennis title in school history. We'll talk about that coming up. Arizona baseball falls out of the top 20 after their games this weekend. Arizona State in town this week, starting Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to take on the Wildcats. Softball bounces back. They win their first Pac-12 series of the season over the weekend. And the NBA playoffs started this weekend. The Suns survived. The Dubs and the Heat looked awfully good. Awfully good. And then Kyrie Irving told everybody that they're number one.
He was not too pleased with his return to Boston.
I don't know. We'll talk. We'll see if we can talk about that a little bit later during the week. Let's see. Box office blitz. We got to hurry up and give you an opportunity to win some tickets to see Arizona State coming back this weekend. There you go. Arizona baseball back. Sun Devils in town. Need you to go out there and make some noise. How about some tickets right now for the box office blitz? All right, we'll take caller number 7 right now. Caller number 7, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. You won a pair of tickets to see Arizona take on Arizona State Friday night High Corbett baseball. Caller number 7, 520-848-1290. Hey, real quick, we want to thank our sponsor, QC Kinetics, for bringing you today's program. Longer days, warmer weather. This is the time of the year you need to be enjoying life without joint pain. Time to call QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is helping people here and all over America get real, lasting pain relief. They use highly concentrated, cutting-edge natural biologic treatments that can restore and repair damaged joint tissue, getting to the root of the pain. It's life-changing. You could get back to moving like you used to with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. If you're having nagging pain in your knees, your hips, your shoulder, or back, and you're done with steroids and pain meds, call QC Kinetics. And if they're telling you surgery is your next option, don't do it. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation and a free second opinion. Learn more about these amazing natural biologic treatments. Enjoy this time of year doing what you love. Call QC Kinetics. Here is their number, 520-497-4955. One more time, that's 520-497-4955, QC Kinetics. Coming up, a conversation we had, but I want to bring it back up with Reggie Gary, really explaining what goes on once you want to make that level, that jump to the next level to the NBA. We'll do that next here on 1290.